Jivanmukti-pradam devam Kshama-purnam.
Paramahamsa Nithyananda is a rare living incarnation, a yogi by birth. He has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English, books in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese, with translations in 26 languages are available. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 8,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services, ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world offer exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. Having meditation centers in 151 countries including Bidadi, Tiruvannamalai, Rajapalyam, Salem, Hyderabad, Varanasi, Los Angeles, Ohio, Seattle, San Jose and Phoenix. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, a spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation. A contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers. Adept in Ashtamahasiddhis, mystical yogic powers, he has effortlessly awakened the kundalini of thousands, gracing them with spiritual powers. A spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples worldwide in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places like Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Tiruvannamalai in India. A dynamic young guru who is an inspiration to thousands of youngsters. India's most watched spiritual guru online. A beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nithyananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment.
Anandanubhavaswadam sarvaroganivarakam Vande Papa Vinashaktam Nithyanandaya Swagatam Nityamuktam Nirvikalpam Dhyanaloka Pradipakam Vande Shantamayam Bandham Nithyanandaya Swagatam Anandagandha Sancharam Sarvopadhi Vinirmuktam Vande Jnanalayam Natham Nithyanandaya Swagatam.
Aaron, first thing, you have the wrong idea of purpose of being alive. That is why you are confused when I ask you to unclutch. Only when you unclutch, you will understand really what is the purpose of being alive. Only when you unclutch, you will understand the purpose of being alive. But because you have the wrong understanding about the purpose, you think if you unclutch from everything, what will happen to my life? Go on unclutching, unclutching, unclutching. That is purpose of being alive. Understand? In the life, knowingly or unknowingly, constantly, every action brings certain dirt on your inner space. You are nothing but your actions. You are the totality of your actions. I can say you are the totality of the side effects of your actions. Every action you do leaves its imprint on you. Ramakrishna says very beautifully, if you are inside the charcoal godown, how much ever you protect yourself, there will be charcoal dust settling on your body. So life, as you understand external world, please understand, life as you understand in the external world leaves lot of dust and dirt in you, around you. Life itself is for you is nothing but throwing dust. Others throwing dust on you and you throwing dust on others. That's all is the life. So I tell you, by continuously unclutching, you keep yourself pure, not just pure, even the dust which is put on you in the past gets healed, gets cleaned. So I feel first and foremost thing you need to do is establishing yourself in unclutched space, like growing unclutching in you. Understand, please understand, unclutching is just like a plant. It can grow in you. Just because you tried 2 days and it did not work out, don't give up. It is not something like now you try, it doesn't work out and you stop doing and you will never be able to do. No. It's like growing. It's like a plant, a rose plant. Today there is no rose plant. But don't think tomorrow it will not be there. Keep the seed alive, pour water, have a little patience, tomorrow it will be there. Unclutching is like a tree, like a plant. You need to grow it. It took 6 years for Buddha to grow that Bodhi tree inside him. It took at least 10 years for me, from 12 to 22, for that banyan tree to grow in me. Unclutching is like a banyan tree. It needs to grow. You need to make it happen. Understand? Initiation is like a small seed. Just because it is not grown in 2 days, 3 days, don't lose trust over the seed. No. No seed fails touched by me. No initiation fails done by me. I do my job very perfectly. Understand? I am a perfectionist. So I do my job very clearly. All I wanted you to do is understand it's like a growing tree. It is not like a magic wand. It will just appear. No. It's a growing tree. At one moment, the breakthrough, when it happens, it will be really like a magic. But in the initial level, it is a growing tree. Have patience. Work on growing your consciousness in the direction of unclutching. You are asking, if I keep on unclutching from everything, then what is the purpose of being alive? That is the purpose of being alive. Understand? Keep on unclutching. That is the purpose of being alive. How will I know whether all these ugly crows making such a racket in my mind are questions or doubts? Suhasini, the moment you call them as ugly crows, be very clear, they are neither doubts nor questions, they are cunning games. Let me put it very clearly. Doubt just needs my nod, nothing else. It is like you are already in love, you just need his smile. You just need, he looks into your eyes. That's all. like Devi having doubts. Devi's doubts are not for answers, just for little attention from Shiva, that's all. If you have little doubt, he will look into your eyes and say, okay, it will become all right. It will become all right. You are waiting for it to become all right. You just need some support. Yes, I had doubt and he cleared it. For you to write your biography later on. Nothing more. So don't think when you question, you are standing out of the crowd. No, you are the crowd. Very few are those who are blessed to flow with the whole flow of the Master and his energy and his being. Of course, question is also okay. There is something else, cunningness. See, with the doubt, just a smile is enough for the person to live enlightenment. With question, maybe a few logical word is necessary to make him to live enlightenment. With cunningness, whether you smile or you answer, you logically talk, whatever you do, but finally, end of the day, I will say, no, I am not able to do. I understand what you say is right, but I am not able to do. Then what to do? This is cunningness. Cunningness is postponing the execution of understanding. Postponing the execution of right understanding is cunningness. The moment you say, all these ugly crows making such a racket in your mind, understand they are neither questions nor doubts, they are more dangerous than questions and doubts. It is cunningness. Just like how you say, oh, I understand, but I am not able to do. If you ask me solution for this, I also want to say, there is no solution for it, please die. No. Even if I give a solution, what will happen? You will say, no, I am not able to do that also, what to do? The biggest problem is, you are not even interested in the direction you are moving. You are neither interested in the life, nor interested in the enlightenment, or interested in any solution. You are just interested in things which will support your lazy, cunning way of living, where you don't want to be in any way alive, whether serving the society or serving the Sangha or serving your own larger vision of life. It just becomes huge lump of ignorance. Suhasini, the ugly crows in your mind are neither doubts nor questions. It is cunningness. Swamiji, in an earlier discourse you had explained about agamya and sanchita karma related to phases of life. Example, first 33 years, second 33 years, and preparation for the next phase of life. What is to be done in each phase to prepare for the next phase besides action? You have devotees, disciples in all phases. It will be useful for us if you address this issue once more. Rekha Wilmette, Illinois, USA. Rekha, first thing you need to understand, Prarabdha, Agamya, Sanjita. Prarabdha is brought karmas, Agamya is accumulated karmas, Sanjita is saved karmas. Understand, very easy to remember now. Prarabdha is brought karmas, Agamya is accumulated karmas, Sanchita is saved karmas. Saved for janmas is Sanchita. Let me be very honest, you can't do anything with Sanchita. Sanchita melting cannot be done only by directly me. Directly I will have to work. Only then the sanchita can be melted. You can do only two things, agamya and prarabdha. See, prarabdha is more like a thoughts, engrams, patterns. Agamya is more like a muscle memory and biomemory, which has already become part of you. Means by accumulation. Let me define it in this way. See, prarabdha is more like a pattern. The thought trend, samskara. Agamya. When I say agamya, I wanted to make it very clear. Two parts. The pattern of doing continuous actions and accumulating. Knowing it brings suffering makes your prarabdha into muscle memory and biomemory. You know, if you are getting angry and irritated, agitated, you are going to suffer, but you don't bother about it because that has become a part of you. The possibility of accumulating more and more agamya itself becomes a pattern. In agamya, there are two. One, you do certain action now and accumulate karma. Second, this pattern of constantly doing the action and accumulating karma, even though you know it is wrong, it is not good for you, it is dangerous for you. You forget. No, look into your life. You see, you are laughing because of brinjal, but look into your life, how many times you do the same. Especially when it comes to the deeper patterns of sex and fear related. Look into your fear-related and sex-related patterns. You are so clear. God, I can put myself in a big mess. But that pattern of acting, even knowing the accumulating of these karmas in this line of action is not safe or is not going to be right for me, good for me, even knowing that pattern goes on doing the action. That is what I call agamya square. Maybe we can give this name because we need a new name. Agamya square means the pattern of functioning and accumulating the karma in the same direction, even if you know it is dangerous and not good for you. If you look into your sex patterns, sexual habit patterns, if you look into your drinking or addiction patterns, I think just 1 year before, one guy came, the Kalpataru Darshan, cried that he went to some cheap place, to some prostitute, and he is afraid now that he might have contracted HIV. He came and cried to me in the energy darshan, in the Kalpataru Darshan. I just looked into his nervous system, I saw his energy and there was no disease. I told him, don't worry, you are not having any disease. So from now onwards, you save yourself. Be very careful. He promised me, yes, Swamiji, oh God, now I am so relieved. I will be safe from now onwards. He went. That poor fellow, just day before yesterday, Kalpataru, again he was back. Yesterday night or day before yesterday night, Kalpataru. He says, again I went, Swamiji, please check and tell me. I looked into him and said, you go to better hospital and get your blood checked. I am not here, your blood checking machine. And he said, no, Swamiji, you save me. I said, nothing doing. I am not even interested in holding your hand or seeing. You do what you want. I gave him one vibhuti and sent him over. See, this is agamya pattern. Once you are saved, why don't you remember? It is unfortunate. People don't remember. You see, just because I told the story of brinjal, you all laugh. But if you look inside, you are also doing the same brinjal story every time in your life. Same way, fear pattern. Look into your fear pattern. Many times, you know such a foolish way you do the mistake because of the fear. In this pattern, you finally land in the same mess. Once you come out, you feel all right. Tomorrow onwards, I will not fall. What happens next day morning? Damal. You are there, the same ditch, with all the pigs and buffaloes, enjoying the smell. The agamya, the pattern of accumulating agamya becomes muscle memory and biomemory. I always tell you, the money you are going to accumulate every month is not a big problem. But this habit of accumulating money every month is a problem. Agamya, which you are going to accumulate continuously by your action, is not a big problem. But the pattern of accumulating agamya, knowing it is not good for you, is the problem. That is where the whole problem happens. Rekha, work on this strong pattern of knowingly accumulating agamya. Break that one pattern. You know, this action brings suffering. Sometimes you suffer also, but somehow you save yourself and run away, escape. Then what happens again? You don't stop. You are there again. The same action, same mental setup, same suffering. Literally eating brinjal every moment. Not even every day, every moment. If you look into your fear pattern and sex pattern, you will understand what I am saying. You will understand exactly the concept of agamya square. Agamya of agamya. The pattern of creating agamya itself is a bigger agamya. You fall asleep out of laziness. Next day when you get up, you say, no, 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 from today, no. I am not going to allow. But within next 1 hour, what happens? Over. This is the way life is. This is the way suffering is. Stop the agamya of agamya. That is the essence of handling all karmas. That is the only way to save yourself from all the karmas. I was wondering, how can I tell the difference between moments of intuition or seeing the future to the moments and experiences I have directly attracted or manifested. I read the subtle signs and I am unsure how to decipher the two. Robin, the moment you feel certain unsure feeling, little bit of, no, I am not unsure. Be very clear. It is not intuition, seeing the future. It is just your fear which you manifested, which you directly attracted. I tell you, fear weakens your immunity. Weakening your immunity means what? Allowing the cancer to happen, nothing else. See, cancer cells are there always around you in the air. When your immune system is weak, you are allowing the cancer to happen. Please understand, whenever you allow the fear to work on you, you always attract and manifest whatever fear you carry. If you are constantly having the fear that you may get cancer, you may get into accident, you will attract and manifest exactly the same. So the moment you say, you are not sure I can say it is only fear. It is not intuition. Robin Lee, you need to break the pattern of fear. Now the problem is you will have one more fear. Because I have fear, I am going to have that same. This is another one problem. The problem is even if you want them, they don't change the direction because you want. If they travel in the same path and then they say, oh, because he said, it is sure to happen. You go in the road. I am saying don't go in this path. After 2 kilometers, the road is dug. You will fall into the ditch. I saw. These fellows don't take diversion or don't go back. They listen to me and then they drive and they fall. When they fall, they say, oh, he's a great incarnation. He told the truth, you see. What is the use of realizing I am a great incarnation when you are in the ditch, when you are already fallen? That is not giving me testimonial. Realizing too late. You are inside the drainage. You have fallen into the ditch and you say, wow, what a great enlightened being he is. He predicted 2 kilometers before itself. This is going to happen. No. I don't want that praise. I don't want that name or that fame. When I say your fear will attract exactly the same thing which you are afraid of, I want you to take diversion. I want you to go in different route. I want you to stop driving in the same route. I want you to stop pressing the accelerator. Put the brake. You may ask, what do I mean by the word put the brake? I mean unclutch. Decide you are going in the wrong direction. Pick up at least major 10 patterns in you which drives you. Unclutch from those 10 patterns. I can give you one more beautiful technique for growing unclutching in you. Practicing unclutching in you. Don't do unclutching wildly. Just pick up 10 pattern. Pick up 10 pattern. Pattern of getting irritated the moment I see my spouse. Pattern of feeling tired the moment I go and sit in the office. Pattern of creating constant confusion or dilemma in me. Like this. Pick up some 10 pattern. Decide 1 month I will practice only unclutching from 10 pattern. That's all. Pick up any 10. Say this month, from this Purnima to next Purnima, I will concentrate only on these 10 patterns. I will keep the list of these 10 patterns in my bedroom, in my book. Go on reading only this 10 pattern. I will work. You will master. You will master unclutching the 10 patterns. You see, because you are violently fighting with too many enemies without even knowing who are all your enemies. I can say easily within 3-4 months, you will see drastic transformation, because when you attack only 10 patterns, whole day you will be able to remember. Because you wanted to remember only unclutching. If you fail once unclutching, then you lose confidence on the whole unclutching. You say, I failed in that itself. Why not now? Fail once more. So the failing becomes accepted, acknowledged, approved lifestyle. So the failure becomes acknowledged pattern. Failure becomes approved pattern. Failure becomes recognized lifestyle. That is why I am saying just pick up 10 patterns. Break the 10 patterns in 1 month. Suddenly you will see, oh God, what a beautiful way it has happened. Just this one flow, one move, corrected, liberates you so easily, so beautifully. Understand, even if you break 10 patterns, you will be out of this suffering, out of this ignorance, out of nonsense. Failure should not become a recognized pattern of life, recognized way of life. Failure should not be tolerated lifestyle. Failure should not be accepted lifestyle. Failure should not be approved way of living. That's it. 10 patterns a month. Attack only 10 patterns a month. You will see within 2-3 months. You say, you are not that big criminal having 200-300 patterns. Your total patterns will be not more than 20. Because your life itself is not more than 10-20 patterns. Even if you break 10 in a month, in 2-3 months you will be free. And I tell you, once broken, even if it comes back, it will not overrule you because you have the confidence now you can break it. Horse once trained, even if it kicks you once, you know you can break it again. I tell you, only once if you break the pattern of alcohol or smoking, even if it comes back again, it cannot possess you anymore. You know you can break it. It may not come back. Even if it comes back, you will not be bound by it. It will not be dictating your way of life, your way of thinking, your way of actions. Understand and recognize the top 10 patterns and destroy those top 10 patterns. Just 2 months. You will see huge transformation, powerful transformation. Mamanisha add this as a process in the LBP. All LBP participants, they have to practice, they have to give the write-up of top 10 patterns in the LBP. After a month, you should send them again a question and they should answer back. After the second month, so at least all LBP level 1 should have 3 months examination so that they constantly engage themselves in breaking the patterns and transforming themselves. I tell you, once you break, once you unclutch from that, you will have so much of confidence. So much of confidence. I used to play with all types of patterns. Suddenly one day I decided to play with the pattern of not drinking. I mean, the drinking water, how it became pattern in the body. I have decided to sit and not to drink water. Almost 20 days I managed. 20 days without water. Body never became dry. Only first 2 days body was suffering. Throat was becoming dry and all kinds of feeling giddy and all those things. The moment pattern was broken, that's it. Body was just producing whatever it needs by itself. Sometime I'll eat, but I'll not drink. I'll not drink water. Of course, as of now, don't go to these extremes. You work first with the mind-related patterns. If you break that, that itself is a great achievement. You don't need to break drinking water habit and all. If you just stop, if you break drinking brandy habit, that's enough. You don't need to break drinking water habit. Just mind-related patterns. If you break, that's more than enough. But you can play up to any level. Once Raghupati Yogi helped me, he himself was sitting personally and put a plastic cover and tied it for 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours I did not breathe. But of course, these are yogic feats, yogic ventures. where the training and all those things are necessary. All I am trying to tell you is even the pattern of breathing can be broken. So all you need to do is right understanding and will to break. Some 10 patterns, pick it up and work. My blessings, you will be successful.